Hi, everybody. Barry Feinstein. I'm back again. And if you're still tuned in, thank you for watching. I want to repeat again and again and again the definition of acting. Acting is reacting truthfully within the imaginary circumstance. Now, that's a pretty good consolidated way to put it. So all of acting really is about being in the moment, not anticipating, not going ahead of yourself, staying in the moment and going moment by moment, beat by beat, feeling the feelings that are inside the conflicted character. Now, what we're going to show you in a few seconds is a scene from Antigone by Sophocles with Adam Zollner and Sinatra Butler. Did I get the names right?
Yeah.
Thank you. And what we're going to do is an exercise that was developed by Konstantin Stanislavski with the Moscow Art Theater. He felt that with the advent of a playwright named Anton Chekhov, he needed more realistic acting, more heightened listening, and deeply felt expression. So listening is not just listening casually. It's most people don't even listen. They hear you what you're saying sometimes, but they don't really listen with a personal connection. On the stage, you have to have that personal connection. We have to see you on stage feeling what you're hearing, really concentrated listening. So this exercise is called the repeat exercise, and we're going to show you what it is. Each actor has to repeat what the other actor is saying with making an allowance for the pronoun. And it's going to dig into the script. A little bit about the script. It was written many, many years ago, one of the first plays ever written. And it's about a very courageous woman, Antigone, who defies Creon, who sentences her to death. Unbeknownst to him, his son, Haman, is madly in love with her, and he's going to go looking for her. She's been secluded in a cave, all alone. No food, no water, nothing. All right, let's do it.
Haman, how did you find me?
I'm aware of many of my father's secrets.
Hold me. Hold me.
Antigone, let me take you home, I beg of you.
Did Creon send you?
No, only my love for you and an intense desire to have a future with you.
It can't be.
It must be. You must see that there is no hope here. He sets the rules and we must follow.
No, Haman. Not for me. This is why I'm sitting here now, cold and torn, but not beaten. Don't you see? I'm fighting for my brother's rightful burial place where the gods can bless him.
I do not believe in any of that. I've seen too much suffering in my life. I've given up on our gods. I only believe in our love for each other. Why can't you see that?
I do.
Then why don't you come with me? I'll call my father and we can walk out this door together.
No, Haman. You haven't been listening. I can't.
Then you don't really love me.
I do. But not more than this.
Then what's left?
Only these moments.
These moments?
No.
Yes, this is the way it'll end. I won't stay on in this life without you.
No, Haman. I will not allow you to sacrifice yourself like this.
And I won't allow you to suffer alone. If you go, I go. Either we walk out this door together, or we never leave.
Are you sure?
I've always been sure.
Two lives ending will be heard throughout Thebes.
The truth is hard to bear.
The truth now crushes all who live in the state of Thebes. The truth is crushing us beneath the vengeful wrath of heaven. Can men ever find a way to live in peace?
Good. Thank you both. Very nice. So now, we have to get to one thing that I neglected a little bit in my beginning talk. When you listen to somebody, really listen to somebody, heightened listening, you're feeling that other person. There's an empathy that goes across the avenue there. And the listening on stage, I think, is as important as the dialogue delivered. So now we're going to do this exercise, okay? It's called the repeat exercise, and it's come down through a lot of years. My teacher, Lee Strasberg, used it, and Sandy Meisner, the neighborhood playhouse, also really created this exercise. So, okay, once again, Antigone.
You are deeply frightened.
I am deeply frightened. You are afraid of your father. You see yourself through his eyes.
I am afraid of my father. I see myself through his eyes. You are punishing yourself, and me as well.
I'm punishing myself, and you as well? You are hesitant to stand up and fight for what you believe.
I'm hesitant to stand up for what I believe. You're a spoiled child, and I don't know why I love you so much.
I'm a spoiled child, and you don't know why you love me so much? You are afraid to stand up for justice, and I don't know why I'm so in love with you.
I am afraid to stand up for justice, and you don't know why you are so in love with me. You want to tear everything down.
I want to tear everything down. You do not understand me. You never have.
I don't understand you. I never have. You are destroying our chance to be happy and to have a life together.
I am destroying our chance to be happy and have a life together. You have been beaten down by unjust, selfish laws.
I've been beaten down by unjust, selfish laws. You are selfishly in love with power.
I am selfishly in love with power. You don't understand me, Haman.
I don't understand you, Antigone. No one will remember you and what happens here.
Everyone will remember me and what happens here. You must leave and let me die.
I must leave and let you die.
Okay, thanks. That's good. Very good. Couple of things. In life, we often deflect what's said to us. But how difficult was it for you, Sinitra, to hear him say something and have to repeat it as opposed to wanting to tell him off?
Yeah, it was.
That's the genius of the simple exercise. It makes you really get what's being communicated. And if more people would just listen like that and not have arguments, maybe we could all bridge the gap somehow. So how did this exercise work for you guys?
It was good. It helped me to really intensively listen to what he's saying and repeat back what he's saying instead of my interpretation of what he's saying.
Did anything strike you as being true?
For the character, yes. And no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I think that she's in a great conflict. She's isolated. To be isolated is very hard.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to work on the sensory aspect of the cave soon. She's going through a nightmare. And she has to be saying, will people know what my sacrifice has meant? There are people in present-day history, Vanley, if I'm saying his name right, the Russian, who is going to probably die, and he's going to die and the whole country's going to know the truth. And that's what she's praying for, that the world will know its truth, and they will fight for a just cause to be free. Can he live without her?
I don't think so.
Why?
I think because he is seeing a true, strong presence in his life. And as a prince, he'd never seen anything like that before. He's used to living in splendor and not having to work hard. And Antigone is the truest thing he's ever seen.
Don't forget, and even for today's world, women were not looked upon as having equality with men. But he sees something in her that he doesn't want to be without. It's a true love. And so when we do the improvisation that we're going to do, I want to see all that. I want to see you personalize it. And I want to see you feel that cave and know what's going to... This one thing, it didn't come up, I don't think in the I'll tell you what, but Haman is wanting. She's made her point. She can come out of the cave. You can talk to your father, Creon, and impose upon him that if he harms Antigone, he'll be killing him. But she won't leave. And she knows that. She knows she's not only killing herself, but letting herself die as a sacrifice, as a martyr. She's taken him. Is she responsible? Does she feel responsible for that?
In part, yes. In part, no. Because he's ultimately can make his own decision, but she knows that she can't really, she can't make him leave.
Right.
You know,
Right.
he's not going to leave.
Did you really think that you could convince her to come out of that cave?
I think you would hope. He hoped for it, but he knew, in the build-up that she was set. She had made her mind, and it was going to be impossible.
I think it's a wonderful play. You guys are doing very well with it.
Thank you.
We got more to go. You actors and directors and writers and everybody involved in theater and the art of acting has to examine the character. In that period of time, Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living. Well, I'm going to tell you that the unexamined character is not worth playing. You have to really understand what you're saying. Everything has to make sense. And that's what makes a great playwright, that he puts the lines down in such a way that it carries poetic beauty and at the same time something that we need to know. And Antigone is telling us something we need to know. Okay, let's move the chairs away, and we're going to now go into the emotional aspect of the character. No script. That comes later. I've moved a little further apart. Okay, not too much. Okay, we all right? I want you to feel the cave. Just put your hand on it. Don't look at me. Don't look at the camera. Just look at the wall. Really see how dark it is. It's very difficult to see anything in that darkness. Now feel how cold it is, how bitingly cold on your back. Feel how dry your mouth is. Feel your toes just about frostbitten. Listen to the sounds inside the cave. You can hear birds, probably bats, God knows what, and snakes. I want you to think for a minute that you never should have done this. But he was your brother, Polynices. You loved him, and you couldn't let him be taken by vultures rather than the gods of Olympus. think of her self-doubt. She could have a life with Haman, have children, have a family. But she can't do it. Feel the cold more. Feel the walls closing in on you. Haman, think how much you love her. You got to personalize that. You got to know what love is and how much you're willing to give up for it. You've been traveling, searching for her for days. You're exhausted. You're sweating. You've been through the rain. Your head is still wet. Your boots are torn. Your shoulders are just dying to lie down. And you find out, you just find out where she is. And you, with a few bits of money you have on you, you bribe the guards to go away for a while. It's okay. You can barely see her in that dark cave. Walk in there.
What are you doing here?
Antigone, come with me. Leave this cave. We could live a life together.
I can't, Haman. I've made my choice. This is what I'm going to do. I have to do this for my brother.
I don't understand. Don't you love me?
I do love you. You know I love you, Haman. But I have to do this.
Don't you know that no one will know what happened here? This will all be for nothing.
It's not true. Everyone would know. Everyone would know what I've done. This is my birthright. This is my fate. This is my will, and this is what I would do.
I can't comprehend that. I only know that I love you and that we need to leave. This place has nothing for us. We'll die here.
That's what I'm willing to do, Haman. You have to understand. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than our love. I'm sorry.
If you're staying here, then I will stay with you.
Get him the hell out of there.
I can't leave
No.
you in this
Get
position.
him out
No,
of there.
you have to go, Haman. This is not a place for you. You have your whole life. My life is this.
I won't allow you to suffer alone.
You have to.
I see you cold and beaten, suffering here. This isn't right.
Haman, you have to go. Just leave. Just go.
I love you more than anything out there. I'm staying in here and I will die with you if that's what you want. If you want to deny my father, then I'll deny him with you.
I can't ask you to do that. Your father, this life, this is all you know. I can't ask you to do that. I won't ask you to do that.
Well, you don't have to ask. I'm willing to stay here and die with you.
Are you sure?
I've always been sure. These are the only moments we'll have.
Okay, nice work. Okay, good. What else could she have said to him to make him leave?
That she doesn't love him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How would he take that?
That would be the ultimate. I think he would probably stay anyways. Because he's given it up. He's given everything up. There's nothing left to live for.
Right. Did you feel the cave?
Yeah.
Did you feel the heat and the
Yep.
the key to all emotion is sense memory. The more you can personalize sensorially, the more emotion will come up. You can think mentally, intellectually about an experience, but boy, then you just remember the smell of it and the taste of it, all the senses and the sight of somebody's eyes, and that's where the emotion comes from. And then as you do these exercises, what's happening is that you're building an acting instrument that can play in different emotional circumstances. That's what these exercises are for. A good actor, an experienced actor, you need him to be angry, and he'll look back at you and he'll say, well, how angry? You look to an actress, I need some tears, and she'll say, do you want 2 or 3? And that's what you want. You want to have your emotion right there and ready to service your talent. Thank you for coming on in front of the camera here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Barry.
Maybe you'll be movie stars someday, you never know. Okay, folks, I wanted to thank you for watching. Keep in mind that acting is reacting truthfully within imaginary circumstances. You've heard the circumstances here. The listening, you saw what can come out of the listening. But most importantly of all is the basic reality that comes from good theater. And the actor has to get behind that and service every word the playwright has written, and listen to all the directing, and bring a wonderful experience of theater to an audience. So thank you, and come and view us again. We're going to talk about one of the worst plagues of all actors, auditioning. Thanks for watching. Good night.